ये अपने सब भजन मंडल के सभ्य है?
दोनों मिक्स है, ज़्यादातर भजन मंडल के, ज़्यादातर भजन संध्या के,
ज़्यादा भजन संध्या के। ओके। This somebody sitting here?
it's supposed to. Oh, the singers are going to come.
Oh, singers.
If there is a lot of disturbance at the back, then they may have to come forward and sing, because of the microphones interfering with the speakers.
तो अभी तो भजन नहीं है, तो we can remove this and people can
Yeah, sure.
ये सब। हाँ, आ गया क्या for that as much boldness you have, you know. Come forward, come. Lion's den, huh? Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvina Vadhitamastu ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. ये सब भजन संध्या के सभ्य है बहुत से, तो एक भजन से शुरू करेंगे। श्री राम 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 रघुनंदन है घनश्याम। श्री राम श्री राम 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 रघुनंदन है घनश्याम। श्री राम 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 रघुनंदन है घनश्याम। श्री राम जय जय राम। 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 रघुपति राघव राजा राम। रघुपति राघव राजा राम। पतित पावन सीताराम। पतित पावन सीताराम। पतित Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. 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 Shri Ram 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 Raghunandana Hai Ghanashyam. Shri Ram 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 Raghunandana Hai Ghanashyam. Shri Ram 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 Raghunandana Hai Ghanashyam. Shri Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. 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 Raghupati Raghav Raja Ram. Raghupati Raghav Raja Ram. Patita Pavan Sita Ram. Patita Ram. Patita Pavan Sita Ram. Patita Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. 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 So last night we were talking about freedom or harmony in relationship. Relationship can be any. The most intimate relationship is between the spouses, but parents and children, between siblings, with colleagues, with neighbors, and so forth. So, we are related to the whole world in one way or the other. I'm related to you right now, and you are related to me for this period of time. I'm the speaker, you are the listener. I'm the teacher, you are the students. Thus, as human beings, we are constantly related. In all our waking state, when we are conscious, we are related either physically or mentally. And we are happy if there is harmony in that relationship. If both parties were related, if both are happy, comfortable, then there is the harmony, happiness in that relationship. On the other hand, if one or both are unhappy, then that relationship causes unhappiness. So relationships can cause happiness as well as unhappiness. And therefore, as we said yesterday, 80% of all our happiness comes from relationship. And similarly, a lot of our unhappiness also comes from relationship. Therefore, understanding relationship and how to bring about a harmony in the relationship becomes very important for us, human beings, because we are social beings and always related. Now, we are two individuals relating to each other, and who am I as an individual? You can describe me as a bundle of my emotions. We are primarily emotional beings. And the one who relates to other is an emotional person. We are intelligent beings also. We are thinking people, we have understanding, we have culture, we have education. But what interacts with others is not that thinking person or educated person. To whatever extent he has been able to bring about the maturity in relation, in emotion, that emotional being relates. What are these emotions, Swamiji? Emotions can be generally described as raga and dvesha, likes and dislikes, or attachments and aversions. What is an attachment? Attachment is when I am happy in the presence or experience of something or somebody, and I am not comfortable, not happy in absence when they distance with that entity. That relationship is called attachment. Attachment means I am dependent upon someone else for my comfort or happiness. If that someone is there, I'm comfortable, I'm happy. Someone is not there, I'm not comfortable, I'm not happy. So this relationship is called attachment. So when our son or child grows up, 18 years, goes to university, it's a very, painful scene in the home because the child is leaving. Swamiji, the house has become empty. There's no life here, etc. Meaning that now we feel a void in absence of someone. So that relationship is called attachment. And then there is the opposite also. When some people come, then we would wish that now, somebody wrote to me, Swamiji, I am in tension because my so-and-so is coming. So some people create happiness wherever they go. Some people create happiness wherever they go. Some create happiness whenever they go. Some others create happiness whenever they go. And therefore it's always a tension. When some guests are coming, relatives are coming, people are, there is a lot of tension. Right now I'm in tension. Thus, the relationships can create tensions also and can create happiness also. So what is harmony in relationship? When that relationships makes me happy, makes both the persons happy. And we would work for that. Happiness does not happen automatically. You have to work and work hard to make ourselves happy. Understand that it is not easy to be happy. We have to work. No, Swamiji, I am happy when I enjoy ice cream. And when I enjoy watch a movie, maybe so. And God bless you that you enjoy your ice cream and your movie. There is no guarantee though. Yeah. Depends on my mood, isn't it? So they give me the best of the ice cream and I don't want it. Movie, I am not in mood. So it is not only what I experience or enjoy, but the mind with which I experience also is very important. We not only require the objects of enjoyment, we also require the capacity to enjoy, you follow? Best of the food is given to me and my stomach is upset. My mind is upset. Then I cannot enjoy the best of the things. So, we are all the time paying attention to the objects of enjoyment, but we do not pay attention to the mind with which we enjoy. And therefore, it is necessary that we have to create a mind that has the capacity to enjoy. A relationship is one of the important things. And we need to create an atmosphere between the two entities who are related that we can be comfortable in the relationship, happy in that relationship, enjoy that relationship. That is the purpose of relationship, is to make us happy. But as I said, it needs some work to do. So when young people come to me, or Puja Swamiji, what is our duty? We are recently married, now what's our duty? Duty of the husband is to make wife happy. Duty of husband is to make wife happy. And duty of wife is to make husband happy. Simple, isn't it? Asu હતો ભાઈ. Huh? Wow. Yes. પડી કેમ ગયું? Oh. Okay. If it is as simple as that, the husband makes wife happy, wife makes husband happy, there is heaven. Brahmaloka. All you need in your life is just two persons to create heaven. And all you need in your life is two persons to create hell also. Two persons are required to create heaven or hell, depending upon how they relate to each other. And therefore we should understand this anatomy of relationship. That one emotional being relates to another emotional being. What are those emotions? As I said, They are the attachments and aversion. I have my own attachment, meaning I like certain things, I dislike some other things. That's how each one of us is. What we are is a bundle of our likes and dislikes. What is the like? When it is fulfilled, I am happy. When not fulfilled, I am unhappy. What is a dislike? When there is a distance, I am happy. When there is closeness, I am unhappy. So thus every time the mind reacts. It likes, does not like. And then two persons, both of them are bundle of likes and dislikes. And the problem is, these likes and dislikes keep changing. 6 months ago when I came here, I enjoyed the mango ice cream. So this time, our hostess says, Swami, mango ice cream, no, I don't want. In 6 months, my mind has changed. Meaning that these likes and dislikes are in a flux, they are never constant. What I like now, I may not like tomorrow, what I like today, what I like, etc. It keeps changing. So this is a person, this mind is always in a flux, you never know what it is. It's going on in the mind of the person and what will make that person happy. But then this is what simple thing. The job of the husband is to make the wife happy. The job of the wife is to make husband happy. Or any two friends also, make each other happy. When do we become happy? When our likes and dislikes are satisfied. Meaning that you do what I like and avoid doing what I dislike. For the wife to make husband happy, do what the husband likes and avoid what the other doesn't like. Husband to make wife happy, similarly he should do what she likes, avoid what she dislikes. This is very simple, is it not so? What's the big deal about this? If the simple thing is done, that's all we want. Nobody wants ice cream and nobody wants movies and nobody wants houses and nobody wants luxury. They're all icing on the cake. What we like is that the world does what I like and refrains from doing what I dislike. That's when I'm comfortable. He wants to be comfortable. And in every relation, I want others to make me comfortable. That's a problem with us. If we can make ourselves happy, there is no problem. Swami, why do you expect others to make you happy? I don't know how to become happy. They write sometimes, a slogan, be happy. What do you mean be happy? If I had the freedom to be happy, would anybody be unhappy? So do we become unhappy? Do I have freedom to be happy? Do I have freedom to be unhappy? Think about this. Yes, Swamiji, but I'm happy. When the person says, then also you can see on the face that is not so. Meaning that we do not have freedom to be happy. And unhappy, we have no freedom to avoid unhappiness. So you have to work. Now what we do in the relationship is, I want other person to make me happy. I want them to change so that I am comfortable. Unfortunately, other person wants me to change and wants me to make them happy. And that is how very often the conflict arises. Most of the time people don't even understand why we are unhappy because we don't know all these things. So nobody has taught us this. In the West at least, when the couple is going to get married, the priest very often counsels them. This is a workshop. and then how to relate to each other. Not that that seems to help, I don't know, but at least they do that.
They try.
We think that getting married is just because I'm 25, that I'm fit to get married. That's not so. To get married, a person requires a lot of preparation, lot of maturity. Yesterday we said, what is one formula? Let go. To be happy in a relationship, particularly between spouses. With friends you go your home and then, you see, as far as the other relations are concerned, they are part-time relations, with colleagues, with friends, with neighbors. Here we are stuck. As far as spouses are concerned, you are stuck with each other. And therefore you can't avoid each other. Except, that's why people sometimes like to go to work. And they come home late. They don't want to go home, But other than that, we have to go and we are either stuck with each other or are blessed with each other. One of that. And the simple rule is, do what the other person likes and avoid what the other person doesn't like. Simple. The problem is, what the other person likes I dislike, then the problem comes. It is married couple, we once were invited to Bhiksha, means for dinner. We are sitting on the dining table, the husband is there, they are married since 50 years. So today they had made a certain sweet in Gujarat, Shikhand, And this lady did not serve her husband. I said, give him also. Sometimes, I said, give him. No, he doesn't like it. He says, I like it, For 50 years. She did not know that he likes this. So sometimes people do not even know each other well enough. But therefore, to make somebody happy, we must understand what it is that they like and what it is that they dislike. Do what they like, avoid what they dislike. The problem is what that person dislikes is what I like. And what that person likes, I dislike. Then there is a problem, And this happens often. Fortunately, in America now, there are choices available. The other day I went, this was many years ago, today it was quite different, that, there's a big TV and there are two screens. There's two different shows are going on. One for husband, one for wife. They have this thermal blanket, two controls, right side temperature, left side temperature. The car, passenger side temperature, driver side temperature. Now, this civilization gives all kinds of choices. But this was not so 25 years ago. So thermal blanket, one temperature. One likes, one may not like. Motor car, one temperature, house, one temperature. She likes something, which we may not like. She wants to run around here. My mother is not happy with that. So the right way. When these likes and dislikes clash, there is a conflict. Therefore, last night we gave one simple formula, not easy. Simple in saying, but not easy in doing. So we said, when we enter the highways, then there is a sign called yield. What does it mean? The main traffic is going. We have to enter the traffic. Therefore, we must look around and yield. Give them the priority. That's called yielding. That is a simple formula in life, is yield. Give them the priority. Swami, that's what I'm doing the whole life, People tell me. That's what I have done. To retain peace and quiet in the home, the only thing that I do is to yield. Which is good. But if the yielding creates in you a sense of hurt, or injustice, or lack, or want, or aversion, then there is a problem. So, in order for a relationship to be in harmony, both the persons should have a commitment. One person can go so far. If both the persons can meet halfway, that is when it is possible to have a harmonious relationship. Meaning that each one must be willing to let go. So I tell the young couple, understand that your relationship is more important than you. Swami, my ego. What is ego? This likes and dislikes is called ego. What's ego? I want it this way, I don't want that way, that is called ego. So when we say we have to let go the ego, which means that I have to let go and I don't like it, doesn't matter, I do it. Like it, I still let go. Swami, you have done it for the whole life, but it's not enough if one person does it. Both the persons have to do that. If this is done, then you create heaven in your life. Otherwise, a lot of conflict. And as you say, we have not been trained to do this. We don't even know that this is what we are required. Although in the olden days, mothers would always train their daughters, hey, my mother-in-law, listen to her, father-in-law, listen to her, this, him and so forth. And this poor girl goes and listens to everybody and does what they all want. But in the process, she feels completely hurt or unfair, unjust treatment if they are not mature. And so, relationship requires maturity on the part of both the persons who are related to understand that we can be happy when others do what we like or others do not do what we dislike, and similarly other person also will be happy when you do what they like and avoid doing what they dislike. This is how simple or not? Except we have to be, that means we have to be sensitive, we have to understand the other person. Sensitive to their feelings, emotions, likes, dislikes. Respect them. So, Swamiji, this is what she likes. Respect them. Well, I won't do this. I won't say. You may not say that. You may not do that. You may not eat it. But he or she wants to. And we respect the person means what? Respect the likes and dislikes. That's called respect. Because that's what the person is. So respecting each other, respecting each other's likes and dislikes, and making an attempt. We can never fulfill it totally, by making an attempt to try to fulfill their likes and dislikes. If this is done by both the persons, then you meet halfway that it is possible that there can be, you can avoid disharmony in relationship and create harmony in relationship. And understand that a relationship is very important in our life. For human beings, relationships are the most important thing, because we said yesterday, 80% of our happiness comes from relationship. And similarly, that much unhappiness also comes from relationship. In our life, a lot of tension and anxiety is on account of relationship, and a lot of happiness also is on account of happiness, relationship. I'm talking about here relation between the spouses. It can be between the boss and the assistant, and colleagues. There we don't know. But here at least it is possible. In the family, parents and children, spouses, siblings, it is possible for us to. But Swamiji, if I keep on letting go, what will happen to me? If you let go happily, then nothing will happen to you. If you let go grudgingly, then there is hurt inside. We don't generally, we let go grudgingly, unfortunately. Oh, have your way. Means that that person is not happy even when you say, have your way, because I am not, generous enough to let them have their way, but I have no choice. But if there is a value of making the other person happy, unfortunately, and this should be done as quickly as possible, because before you realize the relationships may have already, gone to a point that I don't care. Swamiji, I have learned in this family for 35 years, no more, I'm not going to listen to anybody. So those people get hurt and they get revolting, they revolt. Therefore, people should sit down in the family. Spouses should sit down. Parents, children should sit down. Understand each other. What are the likes and dislikes? What the children like. And then they have the problems also, because everybody has different stresses and strains coming from other sources. Understand each other, have communication with each other. Understand each other. Accommodate each other, and forgive each other. But forgiving is an important thing. Maybe now and then we say something which may hurt the other person. We are emotional people. So when I am controlled by my anger, I may say something that will hurt others. Sometimes anger arises in me, sometimes resentment arises in me, sometimes hatred arises in me, sometimes these negative emotions come. And whenever I act as compelled by those emotions, then my behavior is hurtful behavior. I'm sorry. When I find that I have said something or done something which is hurtful to the person, I must have the openness or willingness or generosity to admit my fault and seek pardon. I can't do that, Swamiji. Even a child also. I'm sorry for what I said. Because that relationship also is important. And therefore, readiness to say sorry. Not that we keep that, Swami, sorry. Oh, this person, Swami keeps on saying and then we say sorry. Then it doesn't work. Not that sorry is enough, but we should be willing to seek pardon. I'm really sorry for what I said. And should have a commitment that I will not say that again. Swami, he says that every time and then says sorry. And it doesn't work. Just being sensitive, being forgiving, being accommodating. You see, when two persons relate, there are going to be several things in the other person which I may not like. Because everybody has independently grown, they have their own tastes and likes and dislikes. And it's likely that there are things in other person that I don't like. And like there are me also think that the other person doesn't like. Then what do? We don't make it an issue. What I do not like in another person, I do not make an issue. I am willing to accommodate. Right, that's how that person is. That's what the person likes. That's the person is born and raised. But we want others to change, to fit our convenience. Another person wants me to change. That's how the things happen. Therefore, we cannot demand that the other person should change for our sake. What should we do? Create conditions so that the other person is motivated to change. And on my part also, I try to change. It's a very dynamic thing, it's never static. Relation is a very dynamic thing. To alert all the time, be sensitive, alert, sensitive, and a value for relationship. And sacrifice, let go means sacrifice what is required to maintain the relationship. It is like fire in a homa, in a yajna shala. You have to keep on offering the fuel and ghee. So this also requires constant offering of my likes and dislikes and stuff like that. But I never lose anything by letting go my likes. I grow. I become more independent. I become happier. So this letting go, we should know, is for our own good, our own growth, our own maturity. So this is basically how to create. They said the two persons must communicate and take stock of the situation and come to understanding what is required for the relationship to become smoother. If it is not, if it is there, no problem. And work on that. Help each other. Each one helps the other one to grow, to accommodate. All this easier said than done. I understand. Swamiji, you have to only talk. You have to live our life. I appreciate that. Talking is easy. But then regardless, we have to do that. Don't think that the Swami is spared of the relationship, by the way. There are many disciples, different grades, different needs, different demands. It is a larger family. Our Puja Swami once went south and said, "Hey, give me 75 mangoes because I have a big family." All the disciples are here in the ashram. But anyway, that is whatever. Becoming guru is not easy, by the way. Nobody trained us also. Becoming husband is not easy. Becoming wife is not easy. Becoming parent is not easy. We just thought that 25 years means to get married. What? And then have child. But it's, not easy to be. You have to grow in maturity to be husband, to wife, mother, father. You become mother and then you still want to do the same thing that you were doing before. You still want to go to movies and what about the child, and leave it here and there, and comes in the way of your activities. So these kind of things don't work. We should know what we are entering into, what is going to require, what I must be willing to let go. And letting go always helps us grow. We never lose anything, grow emotionally. Thus, every relationship can become a ground for our emotional growth or emotional maturity. Or Swami would say that this marriage makes both of them yogis, You know who a yogi is? One of self-control and one who is at peace inside. Unless we become yogis, there is no way that two persons can live with each other happily. Parents also must become yogis, children also must become yogis. Everybody should become, for any relationship, but particularly spouses. Others can create distance. These two cannot create distance, should not create distance also. So that is about the relationship, harmony in relationship. Any questions? Here. No. Hmm.
So, talk about the last saying the yogi, and I was thinking about it. The Lord Krishna was a yogi, So he's living in the Vrindavan with the gopi and Var and everyone, even with the cows, with the Govardhan Parvat, even with the tree, even with the cow, everything is so harmony. And then he's moving, he's going to Mathura, and then he's doing the same thing, He's seeing his family in the trouble, So when someone is attacking him, he's defeating him many times, but he keeps coming. Then he's leaving that place for the wellness of, because he wants his people to, they have limited life, 70, 80-year life, and he wants to live the real life, enjoyment of the life, and live in the harmony with the love. So he's taking them away from there to Dwarika. Then he's creating a separate Lagari and Maya and separate, nobody can see what he's doing there. Only person who.
So what's the question?
So how he was able to do so many things?
Because it's Bhagavan.
But that time we do not realize he is Bhagavan. But if you ask the gopi or gop, they do not realize that he is Bhagavan. He's living like normal kid.
They realized. They may not be able to express their feeling, but they felt, definitely. You cannot but feel. Bhagavan, even if he does not declare, his very presence itself is going to influence anybody and everybody. So Srimad Bhagavatam describes how the cows were in samadhi, even the trees, birds, even the sand also felt, the river. There's such a powerful love and presence, nobody can miss that. He didn't have to declare. But Lord Krishna is not an example for us. He is Bhagavan. And therefore, he never got angry. Always laughing, smiling, dancing. because he was perfect. So Bhagavan Krishna is not an example. We cannot do what he did. We should do what he said, You can never say about Lord Rama. He was crying and all kinds of things. He was like a human being. Lord Krishna never cried. That I remember.
I think probably that's the reason why he's called Yogeshwar. Because he did everything and he was not into it.
Mhm.
He was not attached to it. He was not connected to it.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
did what was required and moved on.
Right?
He's present everywhere.
Hmm?
He's present everywhere.
So, Lord Krishna is not an example for us to discuss, His teaching is what we should understand.
Swamiji, I had a question.
Hmm.
So, in the pursuit of human happiness, we say we are the most important person and we should keep ourselves happy the most. And here we are saying in a relationship we should accommodate enough to keep the other person happy. So how does that remain in tune with each other?
So there are two ways of becoming happy. By consuming what I like, I become happy. Consuming doesn't only mean food, whatever it is that I like. By satisfying my ego, satisfying my senses, you become happy. Sense gratification, ego gratification, you become happy. So one way of becoming happy is self-gratification. Self may include sense organs, mind, ego. There's one way of becoming happy. Other way of becoming happy is by giving happiness. We become happy when we give happiness to someone else because that action is in keeping with the fundamental law. If I was in the position of the other person, what would I have expected? I would have expected the other person to make me happy. Everybody expects others to make them happy. Therefore, when we make somebody happy, we are in harmony with that fundamental law. And that's the reason why we feel happy when we make someone else also happy. When by a small action I see a smile on the face of the person, an act of kindness when I perform, when I see some smile or satisfaction on the face of the person, makes me very happy. So that is happiness by contribution. Consumption is one way, contribution another way. And that's what Lord Krishna teaches, that discover the happiness by making others happy. You have to be mature, you have to be wise, you have to have boundaries, understanding. Slowly you do that, but that is the way of deriving true happiness. It doesn't cost anything.
Swamiji, but you're talking of consumption, I'm talking of making yourself happy with self-respect or esteem and things like that. Not necessarily just consuming and satisfying your needs.
Self-respect has to happen. You cannot respect yourself unless you become respectable in your own perception. If my behavior is such that I make somebody unhappy, then in my own perception, I do not respect myself. If I deliberately tell a lie, I do not like a lying self. I do not like an angry self. Therefore, I must become a likable self to myself. And that happens when I reach out. Then I like myself. Then there is self-esteem. Then there is self-respect. Self-respect does not come by saying that I respect myself. It has to happen. I must become respectable in my own perception. And that happens when I reach out to others. A selfish self is not respectable even to me. I do not respect myself when I am selfish. I respect myself when I am other-centered. That's why self-respect comes that way.
I will continue to that question.
Can you pass on the microphone? Oh, you also have. Okay, sorry.
I will continue first of all pranam to you. And thank you for
Keep the microphone close to your mouth. Yeah.
Okay. Pranam to you and thank you for being here. My question I'm going to connect with the same that you just answered about giving. Keep giving, keep giving. And at one point it becomes imbalance. So when it becomes imbalance, there is no harmony after that. And then when there is no harmony, things start slowing down and it goes the other way. At that point, does the person who's feeling, who was giving should continue to give even it has become imbalanced?
So, giving is a value. Like speaking truth is a value.
Somebody starts misusing it, like
Yeah.
before granted.
Right. So, giving also is a value. Like speaking truth is a value. Now, speaking truth, Swami, should I speak truth in every situation when my life is in danger? I would say no. Meaning that every value is practiced within boundaries, depending upon my capacity to put up with the pain. So when that giving starts becoming painful, then you have to watch out. There was a boundaries that I can give until I'm comfortable. When I start becoming uncomfortable by giving, then I should watch out and draw boundaries. So no value can be practiced without boundaries. Every value, including giving also, requires me to be wise. There must be viveka, meaning discernment, and there must be boundaries.
Another question.
So is that, did the question answer?
Yes.
Okay,
thank
all right,
you.
yeah.
Now, since in this century and with the new generation, divorce is rising, and with the older generation, it was not accepted. So if a person is trying their best, the couples, the situation comes to one is suffering, one is not happy. So should that person continue? Because as we have seen and we're taught by our parents that divorce is not good, so should the suffering continue or should they end?
As I said, there is a limit to the extent to which I can suffer the pain. So when the relationship starts becoming painful, there also there is a boundary. I can go as far as I am able to put up with the pain. Once, when I feel that now I am being damaged, then that's where I should put a boundary. Meaning that we should not allow ourselves to be damaged, because then you become incapable of even doing anything. So we have to watch out as to what it is, what effect it is having on me. And if I constantly get hurt, damage meaning that then I become incapable also of doing things. That must be boundary. This far and not further.
So then at that point, the society should start accepting those people.
Yes, you mentioned that in the older generation this was not there. Because in the older generation they did not have freedom for divorce.
There was much more tolerance.
Divorce? No. Tolerance is one thing. Divorce is possible when the woman has freedom. If she has economic freedom, by the way, number one, social freedom, that our samaj or our community doesn't allow. Now we are changing, but generally this was not accepted by the society. And woman, if she takes divorce, where will she go? The parents also won't accept her. She has no economic freedom, no social freedom, society doesn't accept, therefore woman has no choice. Now that women are also becoming independent, and society also has slowly started accepting this, therefore the divorces are going. Not that situations are any different from earlier. I don't think that the marriages were necessarily happier earlier. People had no choice, and therefore they just went along with it. I mean, there may be some values earlier, of more putting up with things, tolerance and so forth, but still, one of the major problems in divorce not taking place is because there is no freedom to take divorce. Now women have freedom. They are economically self-sufficient. Society also has started accepting it. And therefore they have that option, formerly there was no option. So therefore you may find divorces are growing. Not that marriage were happier earlier, I don't think so, personally. But now they have a choice, that's why.
Thank you, sir.
Well, okay, 1 minute. I'll come to you. Huh?
If they want to go back.
Go ahead, please.
Okay. Namaste.
That's it.
You said to acquire happiness, yield and give. Isn't it possible that we can achieve the same goal by cutting down our own needs and wants? So we will not be depending on the other person. Their actions will not hurt because I have less needs, less wants. So they are not going to upset me that much. Can't we approach that way and follow this?
Those needs are the physical needs. But most needs are emotional needs.
Any kind of need for that.
No, the different needs are there. That I can simplify my intake of food and comfort and all those things, I have freedom. But I have emotional needs also. And that is where these problems arise, that I require the other person also to understand my emotional needs and to satisfy them, and then the other person wants me also. So thus each one, we are needy emotionally, not only needy physically, needy emotionally also. And therefore relationship, that is the main purpose of relationship.
No, but if we are happy with our own emotions, with our needs and wants, whichever way we want to put it, if we are happy in ourselves, then the dependence goes down for other person to make me happy. And if that is not happening, then I have to yield less, I have to worry less about it.
That is what I mean by self-growth.
Exactly.
Self-growth means discovering happiness from oneself, then you can be more generous, that's what we want. The process of yielding helps you to grow. It is not only doing with less physical things, it is also doing with less emotional support, that I become more and more independent. So when I give emotionally also, I discover that happiness from myself. Genuine giving always enables you to discover happiness within yourself.
So I'm going back to the previous question of limiting, so I'm going back again to self-perception. Who will decide this boundary? In a relation, it is possible, maybe in case of divorce or any relation, wherein one person can decide my boundary is this, enough is enough, and other person is still giving and very tolerant and a good person. he's still ready, but the other person is still thinking in his own self-perception, oh, I've done everything, now I will not do anything. So who will decide this boundary?
You have to decide.
No.
Each one has to decide.
No, that is a thing which, so in our conflict situation, especially like this, deciding the boundary is very tough. I feel that way, and that's the reason I totally am with you on this part that yes, if both of them compromise and think positively, at least at that moment, and then come back again, things will move on and calm down. But when this thing happens, I have seen this in real world, this continues. I have a very close friend of mine, they were very close friends, something happened and now they don't want to see each other face. And one was like, they were close friends, like as if like they were real good buddies, and something happened, and then other one is like, I'm going to like take him in public and then do this thing, what they have done to me, and that kind of ego and all that stuff. But they're not understanding I know I have seen both the parts, and the situation is like, who will decide the boundary now? They are already into their egos and that. So, my question is like, how can we, make that thing happen in a situation when one person is still rigid and they have decided this is my boundary, and other person is still on a lighter side?
But something should have been done before the situation reached this point, You must sense that now this is reaching, and that is when the communication is required, understanding each other is required. If you didn't pay attention and allowed this to explode to this point, maybe it is a point of non-return. That's why I said sensitivity, communication is important. Understanding feeling of other person and communicating our feelings. Because otherwise we don't know exactly what's going on in the mind of the person. For many years also we do not know, unless we express.
Swamiji, because of time constraints, can we start the bhajan session? And then if anybody has more questions and would like to talk or have those questions answered, then please feel free to come and meet Swamiji between 9:30 and 10:30. You can coordinate with me, and we can arrange for you to come and meet Swamiji and have it.
Oh, that is tomorrow, you mean?
Tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
You are changing Swamiji's expectation. 9:30. Good catch.
9:30 p.m.
Yeah.
Okay, so विकास जी आप शुरू करेंगे?
तस्मै करोति भावानि रक्ष रक्ष विनायका रक्ष रक्ष विनायका पाहि 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 गजानना पाहि पाहि
Thank you. प्रणाम गुरुदेव. छोटी सी डेडिकेशन. गुरु मात्र पिता गुरु बंधु सखा, गुरु मात्र पिता गुरु बंधु सखा, तेरे चरणों में कोटि प्रणाम, तेरे चरणों में कोटि प्रणाम. गुरु मात्र पिता गुरु बंधु सखा, गुरु मात्र पिता गुरु बंधु सखा, तेरे चरणों में स्वामी कोटि प्रणाम, तेरे चरणों में स्वामी कोटि प्रणाम. प्राणनाथ तुम्ही, हृदयनाथ तुम्ही, प्राणनाथ तुम्ही, हृदयनाथ तुम्ही, तेरे चरणों में स्वामी कोटि प्रणाम, तेरे चरणों में स्वामी कोटि प्रणाम. तुम्ही शक्ति हो, तुम्ही भक्ति हो, शक्ति हो, तुम्ही भक्ति हो, तुम्ही शक्ति हो, तुम्ही भक्ति हो, शक्ति हो, तुम्ही भक्ति हो, तुम्ही मुक्ति हो, मेरे भोले शिवा तुम्ही मुक्ति हो, मेरे भोले शिवा. प्राणनाथ तुम्ही, हृदयनाथ तुम्ही, प्राणनाथ तुम्ही, हृदयनाथ तुम्ही, तेरे चरणों में स्वामी तेरे कोटि प्रणाम, तेरे चरणों में स्वामी तेरे कोटि प्रणाम. तुम्ही प्रेम हो, तुम्ही करुणा हो, तुम्ही प्रेम हो, तुम्ही करुणा हो, तुम्ही प्रेम हो, तुम्ही करुणा हो, प्रेम हो, तुम्ही करुणा हो, तुम्ही श्री कृष्ण मेरे सावरिया, तुम्ही श्री कृष्ण मेरे सावरिया. गुरु मात्र पिता गुरु बंधु सखा, गुरु मात्र पिता गुरु बंधु सखा, तेरे चरणों में स्वामी तेरे कोटि प्रणाम, तेरे चरणों में स्वामी तेरे कोटि प्रणाम. प्राणनाथ तुम्ही, हृदयनाथ तुम्ही, प्राणनाथ तुम्ही, हृदयनाथ तुम्ही, तेरे चरणों में स्वामी तेरे कोटि प्रणाम, तेरे चरणों में स्वामी तेरे कोटि प्रणाम. गुरु मात्र पिता गुरु बंधु सखा, तेरे चरणों में स्वामी मेरे कोटि प्रणाम.
This song is from Shruti Bhajan Sandhya, number 4 and page number 5. राधे 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 जब वो चले आएंगे बिहारी, 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 आएंगे बिहारी चलो आएंगे बिहारी, आएंगे बिहारी चलो आएंगे बिहारी, आएंगे
After such a beautiful bhajan, I don't know how to sing. But I like one step, so I would like to do it. Atma step.
आत्मशतक बोल के हमें क्या पहुंचे
Those of you who know can chant with me. Otherwise, there is a line from Chidananda Rupam Shivoham Shivoham. You can repeat that. Manobhuti ahankar chitta ninam nacha shotra jive nacha dhana nitre nacha vyoma bhumir na tejo na vayu chidananda rupa Shivoham Shivoham Chidananda Rupa Shivoham Shivoham Nacha Prana Sandho Nave Panchavayu Navasa Tadhatur Nava Panchakosha Navatmani Pado Najopa Sapayu Shilananda Rupa Shivoham Shivoham Shilananda Rupa Shivoham Shivoham Name Krishna Name Punyam na papam na saukyam na dukham na maitro na sikho na veda na yajna aham bhojanam naiva bhojan na hota Chidananda rupa Shivoham Shivoham Chidananda Rupa Shivoham Shivoham Name Pratyashankha Name Jati Veda Pita Naiva Menaiva Mata Na Janma Na Bandhur Na Mitram Gurur Naiva Shishya Chidananda Rupa Shivoham Shivoham Chidananda Rupa Shivoham Shivoham Aham Nirvikalpo Nirakara Rupo Vibhurvyapi Sarvatra Sarvendriyanam Sasapi Samadram Namuktir Namida Chidananda Rupa Shivoham Shivoham Chidananda Rupa Shivoham 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 Satchidanandam 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 Shivoham Shivoham Satchidanandam
Page 2 is clean. Krishna Bhajan.
आज की संध्या के पेपर में पेज 2।
अच्छा, इसमें खाली एक है, जब बीच में भजन के जब हम बोलेंगे राधे राधे, सबको बोलना है श्याम मिला दे। जब हम बोलेंगे श्याम मिला दे तब राधे राधे, बस इतना ही वेरिएशन। राधे राधे एनर्जी को कंटिन्यू करते हैं। निकुंज में विराजे घनश्याम राधे राधे, 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 घनश्याम राधे राधे तू श्याम से मिला रे, 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 निकुंज में विराजे घनश्याम राधे राधे, निकुंज में विराजे घनश्याम राधे राधे, राधे राधे श्याम राधे, श्याम राधे, 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 राधे राधे, श्याम राधे, राधे राधे, राधे राधे श्याम राधे, राधे राधे, श्याम राधे, राधे राधे, श्याम राधे, राधे राधे, निकुंज में विराजे घनश्याम राधे राधे, निकुंज में विराजे घनश्याम राधे राधे, घनश्याम राधे राधे तू श्याम से मिला रे, घनश्याम राधे राधे तू श्याम से मिला रे, निकुंज में विराजे घनश्याम राधे राधे, निकुंज में विराजे घनश्याम राधे राधे, ओ राधे राधे श्याम राधे, श्याम राधे, राधे राधे, राधे राधे श्याम राधे, श्याम राधे, राधे राधे, श्याम राधे, राधे राधे, श्याम राधे, राधे राधे, राधे राधे श्याम राधे, श्याम राधे, राधे राधे, ओ राधे राधे श्याम राधे, श्याम राधे, राधे राधे, श्याम राधे, राधे राधे, राधे राधे, श्याम राधे, श्याम राधे, राधे राधे, राधे राधे, श्याम राधे, श्याम राधे, राधे राधे, श्याम राधे, राधे राधे, राधे राधे, श्याम राधे, राधे राधे, श्याम राधे, राधे राधे, श्याम राधे, राधे राधे, निकुंज में विराजे घनश्याम राधे राधे।
To the last page of today's Sandhya, I think it's written as talk Sandhya or something like that, has the last page of with the Ganga Stotram. Swamiji is going to sing that. So everybody please follow along. And it's in English transliteration as well as Hindi Devanagari script. So please go ahead. Not in this. It's in not in this. It's those pages. Sameer ji, वो pages लाके जरा distribute करना सभी को.
Page number 10 in English.
In the end.
14 in Hindi.
14 in Hindi.
The last page.
I can read it. I can't read in English. Even I can read Guru Brahma in English. थोड़ा बहुत याद है।
So नानी जी, शांति जी का आ गया? देखो दोनों आ गए? एक ही आया।
देशुरेश्वरि भगवति गंगे त्रिभुवन तारिणि तरंगे शंकर मौलि विहार पतित निवारण त्रिभुवन धन्य कल्पलतामिव फलदां लोके प्रणमति यस्त्वान्न पतति शोके पारावार विहारिणि गंगे विमुखयुवति कृततरलापाङ्गे तव चेन्माता श्रोतस्नातः पुनरपि जठरे सोऽपि न जातः नरकनिवारिणि जाह्नवी गङ्गे कलुषविनाशिनि महिमोत्तुङ्गे पुनरसदङ्गे जय जय जाह्नवी करुणापाङ्गे इन्द्रमुकुटमणिराजितचरणे सुखदे शुभदे वृत्यशरण्ये रोगं शोकं तापं पापं हर मे भगवति कुमतिकलापं त्रिभुवनसारे वसुधाहारे त्वमसि गतिर्मम खलु संसारे अलकानन्दे परमानन्दे कुरु करुणामयि कातरवन्द्ये तव त्वटनिकटे यस्य निवासः खलु वैकुण्ठे तस्य परमिह नीरे कमठो मीनः किं वा तीरे शरटः क्षीणः अथवा श्वपचो मलिनो दीनस्तव नहि दूरे नृपतिकुले भो भुवनेश्वरि पुण्ये धन्ये देवे द्रवमयि मुनिवरकन्ये गङ्गास्तवमिममलं नित्यं पठति नरो यत् स जयति सत्यं येषां हृदये गङ्गा भक्तिः तेषां भवति सदा सुखमुक्तिः मधुरा कान्तापज्झटिकाभिः परमानन्दकलितललिता गङ्गास्तोत्रमिदं भवसारं वाञ्छितफलदं विमलं सारं शङ्करसेवक शङ्कररचितं पठति सुखीस्तव इति च समाप्तः शङ्करसेवक शङ्कररचितं पठति सुखीस्तव इति च समाप्तः जय जय गंगे जय हर गंगे जय जय गंगे जय हर गंगे जय जय गंगे जय हर गंगे जय जय गंगे जय जय गंगे जय जय गंगे जय हर 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 गंगे। बोले गंगा मैया की। हर हर नमः पार्वती पतये हर हर महादेव।
So
after Ganga, Mahadev has to come, right? So we'll sing Om Mahadev and then.
नहीं श्लोका बोल के खत्म करना है। अब 1 मिनट लड्डू आ गए? नहीं अब तक वो। अच्छा फिर ठीक है गाली लीजिए।
Distribute this.
Yes.
Which one? I will just we're distributing it.
Okay.
पीछे पीछे जाने दो। शिवाय शिवाय नमो ओम नमः 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 शिवाय शिवाय नमो शिवाय शिवाय नमो ओम नमः शिवाय
But before that, let's just all line up in front of Guruji, Swamiji and take the blessings. And also, if कार्तिक जी आप जरा एनवेलप दे देंगे सभी को वहाँ रखा है आप जरा दे दो ना मैं तो आप दे हाँ दे दो तो इनको भी गुरु दक्षिणा के लिए कुछ